Hello everyone, how are you guys all doing today? My name is Mirko and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another brand new Apex Legends video. And in today's video, of course, we're going to be speaking about how to do well playing the new solo game mode. There is a limited time game mode in this event. However, I do think they're going to be releasing a permanent game mode for this after this event is over, so I'm sure we can look out for that soon. Now, most people thought before this game mode came out, it was going to be a lot more easier playing solos because you haven't got them two teammates to worry about, and you're also not going to be worrying about a team of 3 when you're going in gunfights. Now, this actually isn't the case. Having played this for quite a few hours, I've noticed there's a lot of camping in this game, and third partying is bigger than ever in this game mode. If you thought third partying was really annoying in the standard Apex game mode, then when you play solos, you're definitely going to be frustrated with the amount of third partying. And the reason why there's loads of third partying is because every player on the map is going to be looking out for each other, and there's going to be a larger radius of spreads when it comes to players on the map. That's why third partying is very huge in this game mode, and I'm going to give you guys some crucial tips on how to avoid third partying or how to deal with it better. But let's start off with Legends choices, because let's not forget guys, we're playing by ourselves every game, and sometimes you don't want to be using team-based Legends as much. You want to be focusing on Legends that will benefit you the most, and the Legends that are going to do that are ones that will optimize your movement, such as Octane or Pathfinder. I've run into quite a few people playing Pathfinder purely because Pathfinder is one of the best movement legends in the game. It offers you much more mobility, and another legend that's really awesome to use in solos is Wraith. Wraith basically gives you a whole second chance when it comes to a gunfight. You can quickly snap out of a gunfight just by pressing her tactical, and I definitely think Wraith is one of the, if not the most overpowered legend at this moment when it comes to solos. Some legends I wouldn't recommend using purely because you're playing solos and there's different circumstances is, first of all, Lifeline. Lifeline used to be good when you're playing in a team. You can offer everyone that health advantage, and you can also drop a care package which will have some awesome stuff in it as well. But bearing in mind third party is so huge in this game mode, that care package or that supply drop is going to reveal your position to so many players around you, and third party is already big when 2 people are in a gunfight. Let's alone have a care package dropping on the map for everyone to hear and see. That's not going to do you any favours, and I would stay away from Lifeline for the time being. Another legend that I don't feel is as strong is Bangalore. Bangalore used to be good when you're playing in a team-based game mode because you can use Bangalore's ultimate to really push teams further out and make them go into retreat mode. Also, Bangalore's smokes was really good for reviving teammates and helping teammates get out of them situations. But now you're playing solos, there are just other legends that will offer much more variety to your play. So be sure you're picking the right legend when you're playing solos, and one thing I will say is optimize movement and mobility when it comes to your legend choice. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is dealing with third partying. Now, I spoke about this in the beginning of my video, and this is probably the #1 problem I have come against when playing solos is third partying. Now, you can't avoid it, but you can deal with it in a better way. So when you are going against an enemy, you want to calculate how long that gunfight is taking. If the gunfight is taking more than 15 or 20 seconds, that's going to give other people around the map a chance to come up towards you, and that's where the third partying happens. Sometimes it's better to completely disengage from the gunfight. Even if you have an advantage at times, then keep going on with the gunfight and having other players approach you from different sides. You want to finish the fight quickly or completely disengage and avoid the gunfight. Now, when you have finished an enemy, you want to make sure you're looting up fast, because I can't tell you guys how many times I have died from looting teammates' death boxes. Bearing in mind third partying is so huge, there will be teammates coming towards your direction, and sometimes you will get caught up when you're looting up enemy death boxes. So my suggestion is, when you are looting up enemy death boxes, pick up everything that hasn't got the red sign and then just sort out your loot when you're in a very quiet area, because trust me, especially in an open space area, there will be people coming towards your way thinking you're still in a gunfight, and you will get caught up if you're taking too long looting up death boxes. So my suggestion, loot up fast and then sort out your loot when you're in a safe area. And the last tip regarding third partying is repositioning, either during a third party or after a third party. Once you have finished off an enemy, you want to make sure you're repositioning to a different part of that area, and you want to preferably be getting a high ground or in a good area of cover. That way, if another enemy is approaching you, you're already prepared to go into the gunfight. And as for repositioning during a gunfight, optimize your Legend's abilities, for example using Wraith's tactical or Pathfinder's grapple people to completely reposition, and usually when you're getting third-partied whilst repositioning, the other two players are going to be going against each other. When you're playing solos, you want to be immediately ready for another gunfight as soon as you've finished off an enemy. As soon as you've killed an enemy, you want to be snapping on and be ready for the next person straight away. Especially in the early game, you don't want to be focused too much on loot because that's going to get you caught up. You want to be focusing just on getting body armor and getting a good weapon, and after that, you want to be focused on the enemies around you. The early stage of a game of solos, especially when you're landed somewhere like Skulltown, it's almost like playing free-for-all in Call of Duty or in another game, because people are more confident to push you in solos because they haven't got to worry about 2 extra people. They just worry about you, and they know that once they do down you, they're going to get the kill. And that's why in the early stages of the game, everyone's pushing each other and trying to get as many kills as possible. Now, the last thing I want to speak about is mainly to help you guys stay alive, because I've noticed this quite a lot. And as I said, there's 2 main problems with solos. The first one being third party, and the second one being the campers. Now, camping is very huge in solos, and it's a very passive game mode in general. So you want to avoid campers as much as possible. Avoid very open areas, because people that have the high ground, what they'll do is they'll just look around and they'll try and filter through the map, trying to find enemies to shoot at. And you don't want to be one of them enemies they are shooting at, because they can take time up lining their shots and you don't even know that they're aiming at you. So when you are going around the map, you want to make sure you're taking routes that have some good cover around you, and you want to make sure you're going through areas that aren't open, such as areas between bunker and airbase. And if you are traveling in between them areas, you want to make sure you're running from cover to cover, because as I said, a lot of people are just staying in one area and looking for people that are running across the map. And this is what they do because people haven't got teammates there as backup. They don't want to play as aggressive as if they were playing the normal game mode. And there is one more thing I'd like to say before ending the video, and that is only shoot enemies that are within a close enough distance to possibly go down, because the last thing you want to be doing is firing shots, as tempting as it is, and revealing your position. Because I've said it a few times and I've said it again, revealing your position in this game mode is not a joke, and all you have to do is fire one bullet and you will get about 4 or 5 people running your way. The next time you see an enemy from medium to long range and maybe you pop a bullet into them and you see they've got a purple or gold body shield, you need to think to yourself, let's stop shooting, because the likelihood of me downing that player is very unlikely. And usually in that situation, you'll want to run towards them, get closer, close the distance, and once you are within a good distance, then you can start firing shots at the enemy. So anyway guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I could literally make a second video discussing more tips, because there is so much more to talk about when it comes to this game mode, and I'm actually going to be bringing you guys a part 2 video soon on the channel. So make sure you're subscribing for that if you haven't already. Make sure you're clicking that notification bell so you're notified of every Apex video that comes out. As always, my name has been Mirko, and I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new Apex Legends video.